All right. So today I'm gonna doing a video. I'm gonna be doing a video on market structure, right? Just doing. This has to do with ICC, the perspective in which I trade ICC. A lot of people trade ICC. It's always good seeing and hearing different perspectives of how people and like mindsets, psychology of how people use that in their trading. Some people use it with supply and demand. Some people just view the market through the lens of ICC and then find like an entry strategy, like all that stuff. It's always good to hear different aspects and experiences of it. So I'm gonna start with market structure. This is gonna be my first video, all right? First video about market structure and ICC. So market structure is what we're doing. And what is market structure, right? It's basically something like a raw analysis, like where is the market going? Is it going up? Is it going up or is it going down? Is it in a uptrend or is it in a downtrend, or is it consolidating, meaning it's not not really moving, so start. So we're gonna have an uptrend. That's three ways the market moves, right? The market moves in an uptrend, downtrend, and then last one is a consolidation. Yep, that's it right there, consolidation. So these are the three ways the market moves. The market doesn't just go up in a straight line or go down on a straight line. Well, one of my alerts just hit. All right, we'll just finish the video for now. So what is an uptrend, right? Uptrend is basically price moving up, but price can't move up in a straight line like this. It has to give us highs and lows. So a higher high and a higher low is what an uptrend is. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. That's what an uptrend is. Now what is a downtrend? A downtrend is price just going down. Well, market, like seeing the whole, like the general market view as in a downtrend, means price is making lows and lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. You get it. And then we got a consolidation. Consolidation is basically when price moves within a certain zone. Doesn't really have. So this could be a consolidation. Price is not really going up. It's not going down or up. It's just ranging. Yeah, so it's ranging, right? So let me do it this way. Uptrends have higher highs. I'm gonna just make higher highs HH, right? And I'm gonna make highs H. So there's a high. So that's a high. And this is a low. So if we have a high and a low, we wait for price to take out either the high or take out the low, right? And in the general market, if price actually manages to break above the high, then this is a higher high. Why? Because this high is higher than this high. If price goes above here and doesn't go below this low, then this low becomes a higher low. Why? Because this low is higher than this low. So that's what makes it a valid uptrend, right? If it happens continuously, it's like a continuous process, right? So this will be a high, and then let me move this here, and then obviously this will be a lower low. Makes sense, huh? No, not lower low, my bad. Higher. This will be a higher low, right? And then a downtrend, it'll be the opposite. So in a downtrend, you have a high right here and then you have a low right here. If price is able to break through the low right here, that's the pivot right here, price breaks through it, it forms a lower low. Why? Because this low is lower than this low, so it's lower low. These ones are highs. If price breaks below and pulls back before it goes going back down, obviously this high is lower than this high, so it becomes a lower high, right? So this will make this a lower high, and then the lower it gets, you know, you have the lower low, lower high, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And consolidation could have equal highs, or I'll just make that EH, that's equal highs, and I'm gonna make this equal lows, because price is not really moving in a direction, it's just moving in one, it's moving in one zone. It's not really breaking, like making a changing or anything, right? Yeah, you get that. So that's what basic market structure is. That's just the beginning, right? That's just the beginning, right? Okay, now how I'm gonna just show it right here, for example, right? This right here, this zone right here, right? There's a consolidation, right? Price was kind of moving sideways for a while. It was moving within one particular zone before it broke out. So there's consolidation, right? So this would be consolidation. This is what a consolidation is, right? Let's move on to something else. I'm trying to look for, okay, so here price is obviously making highs, low, higher low, high, higher low. Then price kind of duped out a little bit here, but still give us a high and a low. So this is what an uptrend is, right? So price is progressively going upwards. Price is progressively going upwards. And then here we can see price was in an uptrend from this side, but when it got here, we see a low, high, lower low, low high, lower low, low high. So this is what a downtrend is. It did change coming up here, but you get the idea. That's what a downtrend is. All right, and right now, what's next? We're about to get into ICC, right? We're about to get into ICC. What is ICC? ICC is basically indication, correction. Some people call it a pullback, and then we have the continuation. So this is what ICC is, by the way: indication, correction, continuation. I'm gonna just give you a quick preview of what it is. It's basically indication, correction, continuation. That continuation makes another indication, correction, continuation. If it's a downtrend, then we have the indication, correction, continuation. That continuation makes another indication, correction, continuation. So our job is to catch, after we see that it's an actually valid trend, our job is to catch that move down. You know, the trend is your friend, that stuff. That's what we're doing. Our job is to catch the move after the pullback. So that's what we're doing, right? That's what we're doing. So I'm gonna just let this one sink in, you know. All right, so there's one thing I will add to this, right? I make sure I go with support and resistance, right? So support and resistance. Let me just do it this way. So support and resistance, basically I also call them sellers and buyers. I learned this from Kwame the investor, a very good teacher as well on YouTube. I think his YouTube handles Crypto Kwame, but he's great too. Learned this from him. So you always trying to locate your buyers, your level of buyers and sellers is very crucial in trading. Well, basically how I trade, and basically buyers and sellers. So buyers are obviously going to push the market up, and then sellers are going to push the market down. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So in order to trade, I need support and resistance. Let me show you an example. Let's say price is in an uptrend, right? Does this and it does this. This is what I'm looking for, right? Support and resistance, where the buyers are, where the sellers are. So this will also be a level of buyers. This here will be a level of buyers. And then this will be a level of sellers at first. So as you can see here, the level of sellers here, buyers here. Obviously the buyers were too strong, were stronger than the sellers, and price broke above. Now this zone that was sellers becomes a level of buyers, and price gave us another indication, a correction. What is this now? Let me just do it this way. Let me just do it this way, right? Let's just say price came from here, right? It don't look good. Let's say price shot up from here and then came back down here, right? We have our level of buyers here who push the market up, the price up, and then sellers who sold downwards. So support and resistance. Your support is your level of buyers, your resistance your level of sellers. So we're always selling to a level of buyers and buying until we see a level of sellers, so that's how we do it. So before we trade, we need our buyers, we need our buyers and we need our sellers. In order to know what's going on at first, or to think of even trading, we need to see the overall price what we need to see. So right now we'll just wait for price to go above or below, but I won't bombard you with too much. This is just the beginning, support and resistance. In the next video I'm gonna try to get key levels and the first part, which is indication. All right.